There are many different ways that you can get in front of a judge. First is, like that video from 5 years ago, you're going to go in person. You're going to meet your attorney, or you're going to go by yourself to the courthouse, to the judge that's assigned to your case after you file your petition, and tell the judge about your settlement agreement and see if the judge agrees and approves it. Now, that is the traditional way of doing it. That is how I did it for nearly 15 years before the COVID pandemic. There were a lot of changes that came after 2020. And one of the changes is how you can ask a judge to approve all of the hard work you've done and that settlement agreement that you wrote up and that your spouse agrees to. So since COVID, there's another option. Remember, you can go in person to the courthouse, take a day off of work, figure it out, do all of the homework, present your documents to the judge, ask the judge to approve it. Or since 2020, in certain counties, you can actually take all of the hard work you've done, put it in writing, and you may be able to submit it electronically to the clerk and to your assigned judge. And so what that is, it's called a prove-up by affidavit. And there are only some counties that will allow you to do that. In some counties, both parties have to be represented by an attorney in order to have this affidavit prepared that you understand that you will never see the inside of a courthouse, that there won't be a transcript of a hearing, but that you want the judge to, in their chambers, review your documents and sign off on it, thus granting you a divorce. So if you want to do a prove up by affidavit, you'll want to consult with an attorney. Now, some counties, you only have to have one attorney that can do all of the paperwork and get that paperwork in front of a judge and say, the parties agree to not have a hearing, a prove-up hearing, but they do want you to review these documents and sign off on the documents, okay? So that is another way that you can have a final divorce hearing. Again, you can show up in person. The second option, you can do a prove-up by affidavit, and there's two parts to that. You got to know what county you're in. So if you have two attorneys, if that's mandatory, you've got to have two attorneys, then you can do a prove up by affidavit. If your county allows only one attorney involved to request a prove up by affidavit, you can still do a prove up by affidavit, but you've got to know the rules of your county, and you probably want to familiarize yourself with an attorney.